Hello Year 7. Today we're going on with equivalent fractions and simplified fractions. So equivalent fractions are fractions that mark the same place on the number line, or fractions that can be simplified to the same amount. Equivalent fractions can be found or produced by either multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same number, or by dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number. So here is an example. It asks to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 4 to create an equivalent fraction. So I'm going to multiply the numerator by 4 and I'm going to multiply the denominator by 4. 1 times 4 is 4 and 2 times 4 is 8. So 4 over 8 is an equivalent fraction to 1 over 2. This next dot point asks me to divide the numerator and the denominator by 3 to create an equivalent fraction. Okay, so this time I'm going to be dividing by 3, both the top and the bottom. So 3 divided by 3 goes once, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 1 over 3 is equivalent to 3 over 9. Simplifying fractions involves writing fractions in its simplest form, and in order to do this, the numerator and the denominator must be divided by their highest common factor. Okay, so we're dividing to make the fraction as small as possible without going into decimal numbers. You must always write answers involving fractions in their simplest form. Okay, so this is what you're going to be asked to do here in these examples. Simplify the following fractions. So we're looking for the highest common factor of those numbers that we can divide by. So 4 and 10, the highest common factor would be 2. So we're going to divide the top by 2 and we're going to divide the bottom by 2. Now these little bits that I'm writing in red, they're our working out, okay? The answer I'm going to write in green. 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, and I've made a smaller and simpler fraction. Let's try it again for question 2. I have the fraction 10 over 20. The highest common factor that I can divide by is 10. So I'm going to divide the top by 10 and the bottom by 10. 10 divided by 10 goes once, and 20 divided by 10 goes twice. So the simplified fraction is a half. Question 3, 6 over 8. The highest common factor is 2, so divide the top by 2, divide the bottom by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. Question 4, 15 over 20. The highest number that I can divide both of those by is 5. So divide the top by 5, divide the bottom by 5. 15 divided by 5 goes 3 times. 20 divided by 5 goes 4 times, which is actually equivalent fraction to the one that we did above. Question 5, 22 over 33. Both of those numbers can be divided by 11. So divide the top by 11, divide the bottom by 11. 22 divided by 11 goes twice, and 33 divided by 11 goes 3 times. So that is my simplified fraction. Question 6, even though this is an improper fraction, we do the same thing. Both of those numbers can be divided by 2. So divide the top by 2, divide the bottom by 2. 20 divided by 2 goes 10 times. 6 divided by 2 goes 3 times. And one more, 21 over 35. Both of those numbers, the highest common factor is 7. So divide the top by 7, divide the bottom by 7. 21 divided by 7 goes 3 times. 35 divided by 7 goes 5 times. And that is how you simplify fractions.